Okay. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, giving all praises to the great Ali Shaddai of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth, the spirits of heaven and earth, and giving all respects to his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, my Redeemer, my Comforter, and my salvation. And the only one that plead his blood over Israel, the only nation, we run it for salvation. Giving our respect to GMS, Great Millstone, who revealed to me the secrets and who the Most High bestowed on them to give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for these trying times and these great times that are coming. And giving our respect to the Akim, the brothers that are not a part of the Great Millstone but follow them and get all their wisdom and knowledge from them and go out the highways and byways on their own. Shalom, and risk your freedom and life to do so. Shalom, giving all respect to the Akim and the Akim, the women who, regardless if you got a man or not, you still listen to the truth, you still respect it, and you learn, and you collect wisdom and knowledge and understanding in silence. Coming to you with another episode, you know what I'm saying, trying to find better ways to present the word to you so you can get your wisdom and knowledge and understanding for those of you that are listening. And I come to you with a quick video, and it's a very powerful video. It's in fact my secret weapon. And it, sometimes they call it a UFO. Well, we call it the chariots of Yahweh. And they tell you that, and the scriptures, most likely in Ezekiel and Revelation, but you got to be able to read and discern. And the video is me preaching, and I had pretty much an encounter with these chariots, and I caught it all on camera, and the chariot was flying towards me. So it's like it's like 2 years old, and it's kind of like an anniversary. And also, every now and then I'll present it, but it's also one of my greatest weapons that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and Name Yahushai has bestowed on me to see his chariot and to catch it on camera. That's my faith booster, and that's the also proof of his existence. So, these chariots are in like manner, like it says in the story, they will come back and pick up the elect, and hopefully I'm one of them. So here goes the quick video before we get into the scriptures. And I got another couple of videos, but this one is the secret weapon, This is very loud, but you can see it. See my old ass, because I have videos. I have a lot of videos. Been doing it for a long time, guys. Long time. But then I got rebuked, but it's okay. But look at the video further, more. Booyah. Can you actually see it on here? There you go. Yes, you can. This real footage is not filtered and it's not fake. Look at that stupid shit. Because it's brighter on here. I'm going to lean it a little closer so you guys can see it, because that's terrible. It's showing a lot of crappy detail on there, but you can quite see it from that perspective. There you go. That is a chariot of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and I caught it on camera. And they came towards me. So that's the true name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the name Yahushai is the true name of the Father and his only begotten Son. And sometimes Yahweh answers, But there's your proof. Destroying everything that you believe in your little world. I'll play it one more time. That way you can get it through your big skulls. It's real, it ain't fake. This is my secret weapon. Gonna catch that chariot, boy. Terrible quality. I need a better phone. And as you can see, it draws closer. The more I preach, the closer the chariot becomes. Like it was coming towards me. Well, like it was being called towards me because I was preaching the Bible, but it actually was. So, yeah. Booyah. In your face, Yahweh Shem Yahushai and name Yahushai is real. This is my secret weapon that Yahweh Shem Yahushai and name Yahushai bestowed on me so I can use it to destroy anybody that comes against the truth. I can protect it with all my might. And if I'm provoked, I can always use this video to destroy my enemies and destroy scoffers. Okay? So we're going to get into the book, and I got other videos to follow. But that was the game breaker to show you guys the existence of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and the name Yahushai. And when you call him, call the true name of the Lord, he answers either on heaven or on earth. So we're going to get into a couple of scriptures right now and a couple of updates. So I'll probably call this, I don't know what I'll call this title, but I'll, make a title up or whatever. But we can get into the book right now and get into a couple of scriptures while you stare beautifully at my artwork. Oh. We're gonna get into some more videos, so hang on. This is gonna be a pretty good one. And then it says, call out now. It says, call out now. Is there anyone who will answer you? And to which of the holy ones will you turn? For wrath kills a foolish man, and envy slays a simple one. I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his dwelling place. His sons are far from safety. They are crushed in the gate, and there is no deliverer, because the hungry eat up his harvest, taking it even from the thorns, and a snare catches their substance. Affliction does not come from the dust, nor does trouble spring from the ground. Yet man is born of trouble, as the sparks fly upward. But suddenly I curse his dwelling place. His sons are far from safety. They are crushed in the gate, and there is no deliverer, because the hungry eat up his harvest. So he's talking about slavery in those ancient days. Even back then, Esau, Edom, the white man, was terrorizing and attacking us and destroying us. And this is in the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 1. But I'm going to go to some pretty other good ones, too. And we can still put on that video. That way you guys can see it. And I'm going to go to another video as well. But that'll get it through your thick, big heads that I can prove not only that I'm telling you that the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai exists, Salakia, that I can prove his existence. Booyah. There you go. I sure preach as this is going on, and you can see it for yourself, you losers. Repent and be converted, my Jacob, of Israel. You niggas, you Mexicans, and you Indians, you are the true children of Israel, okay? Nothing can change that. Sorry for the terrible quality. I would put it up a little bit, but I've showed it to you in the beginning, so I could just preach and go along to do a better verses. And we in Isaiah chapter 66:18. It says, "For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall be that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall see me. They shall and they shall come and see my glory. I will set a sign among them, and those among them who escape. I will send to the nations of Tarshish and Pul and Lud, who draw the bow, and Tuval, to the coastlands afar off, who have not heard my fame or seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles." Exactly. So the Most High is getting a World War III all set up, and all these things are about to come to pass, and you really gonna see the wrath of Yahweh Shem Shai and His glory when this World War III break out and go out of control. But like I said, Jacob's trouble is about to be on the horizon, and all these things are about to kick off, and you're gonna see a lot of prophecies and a lot of signs come to pass, and you have to get ready for them. So it says, they shall bring. It says, "Then they shall bring all your brethren for an offering to Yahweh, out of all nations, on horses and in chariots and in litters, on mules and on camels, to my holy mountain Jerusalem." So it's telling you that these Edomites, aka these white people, and the rest of the nations are going into slavery to serve Jerusalem. So it says Yahweh, "As the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of Yahweh, and I will take some of the priests and Levites," says Yahweh. "For as the new earth, the new heavens, and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me," says Yahweh, so your descendants and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from the new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, all flesh shall come to worship before me. It says, "And they shall go forth and look upon the corpses of men who have transgressed me, for their worm does not die, and their fire is not quenched. They shall be an abhorrence to all flesh." Meaning that these Edomites and the rest of the nations and these wicked two-thirds who don't come back to the Lord, they're going to be an example of not to get on Yahweh's bad side, a forever monument, of the destruction that Yahweh Shem Shai caused, upon America and the whole world, not to be like this white man, not to be demonic. See, our whole purpose here is to learn good and evil. So now those of us that realize the difference between good and evil, we know not to do evil when we get into the kingdom. Otherwise, this could happen to us. But us having the word and put embedded in our bodies and the covenant fulfill, us being remarried to Yahweh, we won't have to worry about sin when we get into the kingdom. We won't have to worry about anything. We'll be able to abide the law 100%, all the laws 100%, and be with the Lord forever. But that's only for Israel. Now, the rest of the white man, he going into 1,000-year slavery with the rest of the nations. But the nations will be redeemed. But the white man and his race is going to be blot out after their slavery, and after them rebuilding, building heaven on earth and cleaning out the nuclear waste and fixing the seas and taking care of the dead bodies and removing the plagues and fixing everything that they broke. Then they'll be blotted out. So, that is the truth. And you got to be careful what you do in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai and Name Shai, and do the work to the best that you can. You don't want to be these people that I'm about to bring out in my next video doing retarded shit like this and worshiping different idols that are not Yahweh. And Yahweh says he's easily provoked to jealousy and to anger, because Israel is the wife of Yahweh. So I'm going to get to that as well. Get to a couple of scenes that I got. to be like these idiots. Meanwhile, while World War III and all this stuff is going on, this is what these people in the church do. Look like they studying to me. There go the club, the church. That is not Hebrew. Don't look like they studying to me. They don't look like they seeking Yahweh for me, to me.
Yeah, they're not learning anything in church.
I don't think so. I got a verse for that shit too. It can play. Well, I'll fix it in a moment. Stupid. I hate this phone. I only use it for for my studies. Let me fix it before I do something stupid. Oh. There we go. At least you know that my stuff is real and I'm doing the best that I can to serve you. How about Shem Shai? Like I said, I'll have a better platform in the future, but for right now, this is what it is, homemade videos and showing you how about Shem Shai that you love them. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing the best that you can to lead the people in the right way, not lead people this way. Don't be like these people that's worshiping false idols and dancing. They don't know a clue. They don't have nothing to do with the Most High. These are these wicked 2/3 that won't turn back. And this is what they're doing in the churches all day, all night, and giving up their money to wicked men who spend their money on Bentleys and nice suits and women and nice cars. And they know different from the crack man that's on every corner. In LA, when you go out there, they got churches on every corner. They no different from the gangbangers, okay? Everybody wants some money. Everybody want to find an easy way to get a sit on your butt job, you know what I'm saying, and get your money, you know? But it's a curse behind that, being a false prophet. It says, and we and Ezekiel, let's see where I'm going to start at. right here, Ezekiel verse 33, no, chapter 33, verse 25. It says, therefore say to them, thus says Yahweh Hashem El Shai, you eat meat with blood, you lift up your eyes towards your idols and shed blood. Should you then possess the land? You rely on your sword, you commit abominations, and you defile one another's wives. Should you then possess the land? Say to them, thus says Yahweh Hashem El Shai, as I live, surely those who are in the ruin shall fall by the sword, and the one who is in the open field I will give to the beast to be devoured. And those who are in the strongholds and caves shall die from pestilence. So it don't matter where you escape. It doesn't matter where you run. Yahweh Hashem El Shai is going to catch you and destroy you, especially for doing stuff like that and committing abominations like that. Because those the wicked 2/3 who won't turn back, and they do what they think that is right in their eyes, and they don't accept the word and the truth that Yahweh Hashem El Shai has bestowed upon them. They don't accept it. Repeat that. You got to see that wickedness as wickedness. And it says, for I will make the land most desolate. Her arrogant strength shall cease, and the mountains of Israel shall be so desolate that no one will pass through. Exactly. It's going to be so many dead bodies. It's not even going to be able, you ain't even going to be able to walk through it unless you were the 144,000, you know. There's going to be so many dead bodies, you ain't even going to know what where the ground was. You know what I'm saying? You just walking on dead corpses and dead people. So, and this is the price that you pay, all the way from being gay, you know what I'm saying, from being a crackhead, being a gangbanger, you know what I'm saying, drug dealer, prostitutes, pimp preachers, such as what you see, false teachers, you know, false worship and false idols like white man Jesus and his slave trade church, and these slave trade Bibles, and slave trade, you know what I'm saying, religion, you know. So you got to understand that it's a consequence to what you do, and you have to be careful about what you do. You have to be mindful, like, okay, it doesn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? Be circumspect and look at things before you just jump into stuff. Because I used to see people like that jump into things and don't be circumspect. They just jump into shit, you know, and that's not a very wise thing to do, because I used to be like that. And Yahweh had to teach me the hard way, the consequences of just being easily influenced. And you got to be careful, because you could be, this is the truth behind adults. They are still children, as you can see. They're still children, so they can be easily influenced into doing certain things, into believing in certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we got a verse for that too. It says, then they shall know that I am Yahweh when I have made the land most desolate because of all their abominations which they have committed. As for you, son of man, the children of your people are talking about you beside the walls and in the doors of the houses, and they say, speak to one another, everyone saying to his brother, please come and hear what the word is from Yahweh. So they come to you as people do. They sit before you as my people, and they hear your words, but they do not do them. Thank you. They don't. Oh, that's weird. Is it on repeat? I guess it is. But they don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Amen to that. They can sit there and listen to what you got to say. They can sit there and hear your words. They can sit there and laugh and agree. You know what I'm saying? And still afterwards, you know, they'll roll a blunt. They'll go smoke. They'll go do their little crack. They'll talk about you behind your back. And some of them pay it no mind. They just think that these stories are just awesome stories, just stuff to talk about in conversations. Like, that was great. You got another story, bro? While they smoking and try to pass you a blunt. Don't do these things. I'm going to repeat that because that's powerful. It says, as for you, son of man, the children of your people are talking about you beside the walls and the doors of the houses, and they speak to one another, everyone saying to his brother, please come and hear what the word has, what the word is that, no, please come here what the word is that comes from Yahweh. So they come to you as people do. They sit before you as my people, and they hear your words, but they do not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their hearts pursue their own gain. Exactly. You don't want to be like that. You want to be someone who's going after Yahweh Shem Yahushai and his love for you. You have to give that love back. It says, and when this comes to pass, surely it will come. Then they will know that a prophet has been among them. Exactly. People gotta be careful what they play with. They gotta be careful what they do, because when all these things come to pass, like the Jacob's trouble, the famine of the word, the MOTB, the pestilence, the famine and the sword encircling you, you looking for answers, you going back to look for those YouTube channels. Guess what? They EMP'd, so that you don't have no phone to go, or no internet to go look up these videos no more. You can't find them anymore. You know, right now they're taking down channels. So if you spitting out too much information, you know, like brothers of GMS, they spitting out too much information, and they spitting out the truth. The truth is going extremely viral, and it's making it worse because of the World War III that's on the horizon, that's approaching. You know what I'm saying? They taking down their channels, trying to remove the truth, but the brothers is good, and like they said, they should have never invented the internet and YouTube and platforms like that, because the brothers is using it as a tool to make everything go viral. You know what I'm saying? And getting brothers like me and other independent brothers that follow and believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and seek his mercy and his love to strengthen us and make us smarter. You know, so in the times to come, we're not going to have the prophets with us anymore. You know, some of us is going to die during these wars. Some of us going to be cast into prison and then killed and get caught up in inquisitions. Some of us is going to get the power. You know what I'm saying? Some of us is going to be able to survive and being made remnants. But overall, you won't hear the word anymore. You're not going to hear the word. So it's best just to get the word now. You know what I'm saying? In the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we got these last few minutes. You know what I'm saying? And in our mortal world and in our time, we probably got like at least a couple, like at least, I'm not going to say that. We just got so much time left. And you can see it by certain events and certain things that are happening, which I'm going to get to right now. I'm going to go to another video that I presented, that I seen some very strange thing, you know, and the prophet said it, and it was true. You know, it scared the crap out of me, because it was like, dang, it's even worse than what, it was even worse than I thought, and these prophecies are just coming off the page, and I'm like, does people have any idea what's going on? Do you have any idea what's happening? No, they don't. Like this one is a good one.
Euphrates River is completely drying up. Why the world is very silent about it? Syria is in the grips of the worst drought in 70 years. Millions of Syrians face water crisis. The reasons are both environmental and man-made. Less water flowing into the river from upstream, accompanied by irregular and reduced rainfall and higher than average temperatures, has created drought-like conditions in the region, according to the UN report. The severity of the situation in Syria, say some experts, is largely attributed to the impact of climate change in the region. The Kabor has run completely dry like other rivers, lakes and dams across the war-ravaged country, where crops are failing, livestock is dying and clean drinking water is becoming increasingly scarce. At the location of the Keban Dam, the two rivers, now combined into the Euphrates, have dropped to an elevation of 693 meters. From Keban to the Syrian-Turkish border, the river drops another 368 meters over a distance of less than 600 kilometers.
It's terrible.
In 2021, 2021, the Iraqi government report said that the water will last until 2040, but looking at the current situation, it will be dried sooner. It is estimated that the Euphrates dams have resulted in an 80% decline in Iraq's water supply. Much of Iraq's state crop, once famous worldwide, its citrus orchards and rice fields have also dried up. Iraq is losing an average of 100 square miles of arable land each year. With Turkey planning to construct 22 more dams on both rivers, the situation downstream will only worsen. It is estimated that the new dams on the Tigris will reduce the water flowing from the Tigris into Iraq by more than 50%. Data on Euphrates discharge collected after 1990 show the impact of the construction of the numerous dams in the Euphrates and of the increased withdrawal of water for irrigation. The Ministry of Water Resources said that the rate of decline in water imports to Iraq has begun gradually and will decrease to 30% by 2035. The country's water inflows during the summer are estimated to be about 40 billion cubic meters. A decrease in supply to 30% of normal levels will result in Iraq receiving 11 billion cubic meters annually, the report said. The drying up of Euphrates, Syria's longest river, is raising concerns as the demise of the water body could lead to a humanitarian disaster in the country.
And that is one of the major signs that are that's prophesied in the Bible, that the Euphrates River would dry up. Okay, now the truth is that it's very terrifying, because the Bible describes the 4 angels being under Euphrates River. They're being bound in Euphrates River, and when the time, which is the time that's coming up right now, which is what you guys would call the apocalypse and the second coming, during those times of Jacob's trouble in the MOTB, the 4 angels represent all the chaos and the destruction that's about to happen. So you only got so much time to get back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Hallelujah. In the name of Yahushai, you only have so much time to get back to the Lord. You know, and then I got another video to present to you, you know, showing these false preachers. And then I got another verse for them too. Don't mind. I'll fix this. There you go. If you've seen the Son, then you've seen the Father. And they are actually dark-skinned. They're bronze. They're very dark, like burnt in a furnace. So Yahushai is like his father. And his father is a black man. Black man. You know, he's a Negro like the rest of us. And that is one of the greatest mysteries of the Bible. The Babylon mystery is that we, the Israelites, our father is a Negro in heaven, and his son is a Negro, and his children are black. We're the children of Israel, and this is true. But that's another major sign that's cracking off, that the Euphrates River is drying out.
So many lives, be careful.
Give me 1 second. This is not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for.
There's a lot of organizations that are 501c3s. That just means you're not.
Don't mind this camera. This camera is so terrible.
There's a lot of organizations that are 501c3s. That just means
Give
you're
me a
not.
second. Terrible quality.
Came out of it with a brand new.
I know I bootlegged all of it. If you want to know, I bootlegged it all. Oh, well.
There's a lot of organizations that are 501c3s. That just means you're not for profit. Came out of it with a brand new facility, but they couldn't survive Bishop J.D. Waller. organizations that are 501c3s. That just means you're not for profit. But the church has a special designation if they're named a church. And that means you don't have to ever report anything to anybody. I'm the national director of the National Institute of Church Finance and Administration. We run a certification program for church business administrators. So we credential individuals who work in church offices as business professionals. Most of them have 3 areas of responsibility: finance, facilities, and personnel. One of our maxims is pastors don't touch money. Is that the business professionals in the office touch the money. The pastor should not have a church checkbook or a church credit card. And I think that's where the door gets cracked open for the excesses. It's hard to say abuses because so much is it's legal, and as so much as you can't really, it's beyond scrutiny because churches aren't required to file tax returns. So they're doing so much that's in the dark. You don't really know what's going on. The whole idea of tax-free and not having any accountability whatsoever is now a joke. Churches don't pay taxes and they don't have to report income. It is a fundamental problem that these organizations ought to be paying their share. I find it sad when churches come out talking about the need to address poverty within their communities. Well, one easy way to do that would be to pay taxes so that this resource goes into local communities. There are staggering numbers of house of worship who are paying.
And there you have it. And I got a verse for that. Meanwhile, they're not telling you what's going on. They don't want you to know the truth. They want to lie to you and blind you from the truth. So here is a passage yet again that leads up to that, to what I'm about to tell you. Well, actually, it's a part of it too. It says, "Indeed, you are to them as a very lovely song of one who has a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear your words, but do not do them." Meaning that these people, all they want to do is party. They want to play. They want to hear smooth things. And they don't want to know the truth, and they'll look the other way, especially of all these events that are coming to pass, like the wars in Ukraine. And I'll show you a video of that too. And these different disasters that are coming upon the earth, and this, the prophets that are on the highways and byways, they look the other way and they cling on to this white man Jesus theory. That's not true. It says, "Indeed, you are to them as a very lovely song of one who has a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear your words, but they do not do them. And when this comes to pass, surely it will come." It will happen, like it has been happening. It has, and it has come to pass. "Then they will know that a prophet has been among them." So when all these disasters crack off and Jacob's trouble finally starts and begins, with all these riots and all this great destruction, then they'll know a prophet was among them. But they're not going to find us when these times come. "And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesied against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesied and say to them, Thus says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to the shepherds, Woe to the shepherds who feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flock? You eat the fat and the clothe yourselves with the wool. You slaughter the fatlings, but you do not feed the flock. The weak you have not strengthened, nor have you healed those who are sick, nor bound up the broken, nor brought back what was driven away, nor sought what was lost, but with force and cruelty you have ruled them." Exactly. Over there abusing the Bible and making money off the Bible. Hey man, that's shameful and that's real low. And they don't want to tell you what's going on. Everybody wants you to believe in what they think. Everybody wants you to believe in lies and what the world around them is. You know what I'm saying? And it's not true. They need to open their eyes and stop living in their heads and see what's going on outside. You got this thing called living in your own little world, living within your means. and you refuse to look outside and what's going on in the world today. So, everything that these people are talking about, that's not what's happening in the world. These things that you hear about, that's not what's going on. You need to open up your eyes, grow some balls. For you boys, for you men that say that you know the word. I've encountered these men. For you men that say that you know the word, and for you brothers that just finding out, you got to go to the highways and byways and put in that work. Do what you have to do, and you have to bring out videos. Do the best that you can. Amen to that. Because times is coming like this shit that I just seen was terrifying, and it's fulfilling prophecy. So let me go to this. It's a quick video. I call it the mini nuke, but they're calling it a vacuum bomb, which is pretty interesting.
What the hell was that? I know. I don't know. It's almost like lightning. Because it's a big flash. And then...
Alas, for the day is great, and there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's another prophecy that the night will become day and the day will become night. And they're talking about a nuclear events and missiles that you just seen. And the missile was called a vacuum bomb. I call it the mini nuke because that's exactly what that was. It was that powerful. To where it looked like a sunrise, but it was actually a bomb. Okay, so it says, this is in the book of Joel, chapter 1, verse 1. The word of Yahweh that came to the son of Joel, the son of Pethuel. Hear this, you elders, and give ear, all of you inhabitants of the land. Has anything like this happened in your days, or even in the days of your fathers? Tell your children about it. Let your children tell their children, and their children tell another generation. Tell them the truth. This was a former in my previous episodes about the food shortages. This is what I used. And I'm going to skip to 15 because I did use this already. It says, alas, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as destruction from the Almighty. Is not the food cut off from before your eyes? Joy and gladness from the house of our God Yahweh. The seed shrivels under the clods. The storehouses are in shambles. Barns are broken down, for the grain has withered. How the animals groan. The herd of the cattle are restless, because they have no pasture. Even for the flocks of sheep suffer punishment. O Yahweh, I cry out to you. For fire has devoured the open pastures, and the flame has burned the trees all the trees of the field. The beasts of the field also cry to you. That's exactly what's happening. And it's coming to America in short time. What you just saw was coming to America. That's why everybody is so afraid right now. The talk that's going on right now out there, and I know talk that's going on in America right now is that should America and NATO, if America and NATO were to jump in, it could cause a world war. Okay, that's the talk right now from this morning. For the water brooks are dried up, and the fire has devoured the open pastures. Blow the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. So he's blowing the trumpet now. So when you hear that siren, that's a part of the last trumpets too. And you won't be alarmed, you won't be surprised, because war is coming to Babylon. Okay? So it says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh is coming, for it is at hand, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, like the morning clouds spread over the mountains. A people come great and strong, the like of whom has never been, nor will there